What is going on, guys? Pink Plays back today with another CSR2 video, and this one's going to be a special one. I'm going to be taking all of the knowledge that I have gained in the couple months of playing this game and spreading it with you guys, and just sharing every tip and trick, emphasize on the title of this video, that I have come across so that you guys can maximize A, your playing experience, and B, the ability to beat the game quickly and efficiently, getting all of the boss cars and maximizing your times for every car, etc., etc. So before this officially kicks off, I'd like to thank 3 people in main consideration for helping me put together all of these questions and really just giving me input on what I should make this video about, so what would help you guys the most. The first one is going to be my brother at T Squared Cars. He makes really awesome vlogs of, like, for example, this McLaren 570S in real life. So if you like cars, go visit his channel. His channel is going to be in the description below. Super awesome vlogs, very high quality. Can't speak enough about him. The second person is my close friend. His name is going to be It's Bro Seth. That's his YouTube channel name. His channel link will also be in the description below. He plays kind of like a lot of video games, kind of like me. He plays Destiny, he's played a game called Gauntlet, he plays Witcher, Pokemon Go, he actually even plays that. So I'm going to leave his channel down in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could go sub to him as well. And finally is a subscriber of mine. His name is Tony Shelton. Tony Sheldon. He has a video or a channel called, from what I gathered, Test Dummy Income, where he tests and shares money-making ideas. So, if you guys want to go subscribe to him, super cool guy, gave me actually majority of these questions, so his channel link will also be in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe to him. So now that we're on to the questions, we're going to start with the best car for each tier. For tier 1, the best car that you can buy is the Ford Fiesta. And the best car that you can get with gold or in a crate is going to be the Dodge Mopar. The Dodge Mopar just cleans up the competition, so I highly recommend using that if you can. For tier 2, the Ford Focus is an amazing car. That's one that I believe that you can buy as well. If not, it's extremely cheap in gold, so no big deal putting out for that one. And the Audi TT RS. Recently, the Audi TT RS has come out in a Prestige Cup. It is fantastic. It's the fastest tier 2 car I've ever driven, just because I've never gotten really the Ford Focus too tuned to the point where it's amazing. Hands down, tier 3 Corvette Stingray is the fastest. And I believe that you have to buy that one with gold, so I recommend getting the Audi RS5. That is the second fastest car, and it will beat the tier 3 boss. And so yeah, all of these cars will beat their boss as long as you max them out and tune them correctly. Hands down, don't buy any other car tier 4 except for the Nissan GTR. The Nissan GTR is extremely lethal. You will kill the boss. It won't even be close. And tier 5, if you do not have any stage 6 parts, I highly recommend getting the McLaren 570S. I got the McLaren 570S with no stage 6 parts. I very easily could have beaten the tier 5 boss. I just put one on just to make sure because I had it. But if you do have stage 6 parts for the F12 Berlinetta, buy the F12 Berlinetta. That is the fastest car if you can. Both of those can be bought with money, and you can take out the bosses. So on to times that you need to beat the bosses. To beat KJ's Toyota 86 Rocket Bunny, which is the tier 1 car, you're going to need to beat a time of 13.391 seconds in the quarter mile. To beat Ashley's Mercedes CLA 45 AMG, you're going to need to beat 12.019 seconds in the quarter mile. To beat Kurtz's Mustang 570 HPE, you're going to need to beat 10.544 seconds in the quarter mile. And stages 4, or tiers 4 and 5, they do a half mile instead of a quarter. So to beat tier 4's Victor's Jaguar Project 7, you're going to need to beat a 14.179 half mile time. And to win Shaq's Koenigsegg Agera, which is probably the hardest one of them all because you more or less need stage 6 parts. You can beat it without stage 6 parts with the McLaren 570S, but you really should have stage 6 parts. You're going to need to race faster than 11.958. Moving on, just some live racing tips that I've come across. The easiest way, and I made a video on this, to win live races is to drive a tier 1 car fully maxed out against tier 2 cars. Just because there's a lot of user error in tier 2 cars that people with those cars don't generally possess the knowledge and skill to operate. So for example, I raced the Mini Cooper. I had almost 150 game win streak just because they're tier 2. A, the Mini Cooper's faster, and B, people don't know how to drive in tier 2. So that's the only really thing I can stress. Other than that, it's more about just learning how to drive your car and then doing it efficiently, and maxing it out and doing so. So then we move on to money tips. I highly recommend that every time a tune trial comes on, or the Prestige Cups, the Supply Cups, always race those, because the regulation races will always be there. The ladder races will always be there for you to beat, and the boss races will always be there for you to beat. So do those. That's the thing I can't stress the most. But the ladder races, those give you an insane amount of money when you're getting down to the bottom half of them, once you're getting to the later ones of that tier. And the boss races, beating the last boss actually gives you so much money that you can buy a car for the next tier. So if you're really hurting for money and you don't really care about the boss car, I suggest just beating the boss. If you aren't good enough to beat the boss car, but you're good enough to beat the boss, just beat the boss, and then you'll be able to move on no matter what. So the benefits of being in a crew. I can show you this one. I got my crew. It's called Pink Posse. I lost my connection. What you can get from the crew, we'll pull it down here. The crew bonus can give you RP bonuses. It gives you money bonuses. You can have larger people in your crew, and then at the end of every season, depending on how much RP your crew has gained as a whole, you get bronze keys, gold, silver keys. You can even get cars, and you get money. So I highly recommend, as soon as you can, be in a crew. If you're a lower level, just go ahead and join a crew that's already established. But if you're a higher level, obviously you want to play with better players. And the only reason I think you should make a crew is if you have a lot of friends that are going to play with you. Because it's really hard with only a couple of people to get all the perks, because you have to earn the perks. So you have to win 2,000 races to get the money bonus. So that's why you want to join a crew that's been proven and they already have those perks, rather than having to earn and own them yourself. And then we got stripping or selling cars. So this is how I'm going to show you this one. So we will go to go to the garage. So here it says strip, sell, and inventory. Inventory will just show you, the fusion parts that you have, that kind of crap. If you get multiples of a car, so obviously I have a lot of Mini Coopers, if I click sell, I'm only going to get $650, and even for someone who just started the game, $650 sucks. So what I recommend you do, and I know that $5,000 is a lot for some people, but I would just strip the car, because it'll show you here, you lose that, but you do gain a rare turbo part, and I got a rare tire part. You gain parts for the car to add to the one that you already have. So that's why I highly recommend strip all the cars that you have duplicates of, which I still have some duplicates of some cars, but that's just because I do one tune on one and one tune on another, and I'm too lazy to retune the cars. So yeah, don't be like me, don't be lazy. As far as upgrading cars, what you should upgrade first. So in order to tune a car, you're going to need 3 things to be upgraded. You're going to need nitrous to be at level 2, stage 2, So upgrade nitrous first to stage 2. That's the first thing I would do. Tire pressure, or your tires, then need to be at 3. So you're going to upgrade those tires to 3, and then you can tune your tires. And your final drive, so your transmission, needs to be at 4. So first upgrade your nitrous to 2, then tires to stage 3, and then transmission to stage 4. And then that gets me into my last point, tuning tips. The only tips I really have for tuning is you just kind of got to fidget with it, and whenever the number goes up, it's going to give you a better time. So just mess with it, and when in doubt, just give it a dyno, because if you buy a dyno once, you can check all the stats for your car, and then you can click OK, and then change something, and then click dyno, and it just gives you it for free. So you can sit here and tune as long as you want for that $250 cost. It's amazing. But that's why you should upgrade your nitrous, then your tires, then your transmission to 4, because then you can tune immediately, and tuning makes your car so much faster. I mean, like, 0.2 doesn't seem like that much, but 0.2 is the difference in a lot of things. It's the difference in winning the boss car. It's a difference in winning, a ladder race, a live race. It makes a huge difference. So yeah, that is the part 1 of Tips and Tricks CSR Racing 2. If I left anything out, feel free to leave it down in the comments section below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and subscribe to those 3 channels that I put down in the description below. They're 3 awesome guys. I highly recommend their videos. But as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, so please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you had a fantastic day.